So what we're going to discuss today is basically about Philip Morris's brand Marlboro, and what they're doing is advertising and branding their cigarettes to underage um, folks, children,
Children.
in places such as China, Indonesia,
Sri
and
Lanka.
Sri Lanka. Because basically there are no rules there. You can advertise cigarettes on TV. They have billboard ads. It's more of a jungle justice place where any company can thrive because there are no government regulations. So I think that's why they decided to go for that market.
Okay. So first, let's talk about the situation that we're in with Philip Morris. So, Philip Morris has put themselves into a situation where they're marketing their cigarette products to underage children. Reason for this, they took advantage of this market because it is a market opportunity for them. By selling to underage children, they can get children addicted at a young age, which will in turn create long-term customers. How are they distributing these?
Okay, so let me
Let's
explain
talk
how
about
what Philip Morris is doing exactly. So what they're doing is they're promoting, they're giving cigarettes to underage promoters who are giving free cigarettes to children who are underage. So what they're trying to do is trying to get them addicted to their cigarettes, and that way they're going to be their long-term customers. The other thing that one of the things that Philip Morris had to say about what they were doing, because obviously a lot of people complained that this was unethical, and the thing that they had to say was that this was actually a positive thing for their governments, because premature deaths were a good thing for the government, because the government would spend less money on healthcare. You know, the people would die early, so they'd have to spend less money on the people.
All right, so let's talk about why this is a problem. This poses a problem as an unethical dilemma for many reasons. We're dealing with children, for starters. It's there's the health aspect of it, where there's an extreme cases of cancer,
Right.
lung cancer, and all around, we as people from Canada view this as a
Right.
very unethical dilemma, whereas some other countries may not view this as unethical in
Because
this situation.
they're
would
not-
be here.
They're not educated enough to know that this can cause serious problems in the future. That's why Marlboro or Philip Morris thought, okay, well, we can go to this place because these people are stupid. They don't know anything, right?
Mhm.
So I think that's one of the reasons why, because they couldn't do it here. You could not
No.
pull that.
And that's because of the strength of our government.
Exactly.
And you can't really blame the target market, because they are underage kids. They see this as a cool thing, like
A socially accepted
yeah,
thing within their community.
so for them it's a good thing. They don't realize the side effects, but it's the government's responsibility and the company's responsibility to make a decision on how ethical or unethical this situation is.
Mhm.
And they're probably like impoverished children too, right? Because I think there are some educated people in that part of the world that know that this thing isn't good. So I think it probably would be like kids who, no offense, like live in a slum or like aren't rich or like have to work for their parents and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like that would most likely do these things. But then again, I don't want to put that in the box because children are children. They do get influenced. So
Yeah, regardless of what their background is, I
Right.
mean, they're still children at the end of the day, and they're not at an age to decide what is right
What's
for
right
them,
and
what's
That's
not
true.
right for them.
So, Philip Morris, all in all, they've viewed this as a marketing opportunity, and they've turned it into a business aspect. They're targeting children to sell their products, even though that they know it's unethical.
Right.
They're viewing it as this is a money opportunity, this is a target market that we're not hitting. The reason we're going to hit these target markets is because if we get them hooked now, they're
They're
going
hooked
to
for
be
life.
addicted, and they're going to be hooked for life, which equals reoccurring customers and constant revenues,
Oh,
constant profits.
That's if they don't die prematurely. Right.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
I just think that one of the reasons I think that they would go to such countries to do this sort of marketing was because many of the countries in the world today have banned advertising for cigarettes, and so they go to countries that are like say third world countries. Although many of the third world countries have also banned cigarettes, but these ones haven't, and so banned the advertising of cigarettes,
Been
and these ones haven't. And so
Right.
they're taking advantage of the situation, and they want to make the most out of what's left of.
Shame on you, Phillip Morris. Shame on you.
Very bad.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So
right.
all in all, we view this as a bad situation. We view this as a very unethical problem, and that's in our eyes. And these were rated. Phillip Morris, I believe, was rated the top 5.
The fifth one, yeah.
It was the top 5 most
Wow.
unethical companies worldwide. Anyway, that was what we'd concluded, and feel free to put your comments below our video. Thank
Right
you.
here. Do it. Welcome to the 7-Eleven.
Welcome to the 7-Eleven. Would you like a free cigarette?